Hello, hello, my wonderful creatures of the multiverse. I said I would get started as soon as I got my water. Sorry, I do still have a bit of a cough. How is everyone doing tonight? I'm doing amazing, as you can plainly see. I do not sound like I swallowed a frog anymore. I actually have a voice, although I woke up with a nasty headache, so we don't know. Little update, the bits should work now for, getting me to do things. Getting my VTuber model to do some funny things. Yay, yay, yay. We love it. We are here for it. It's great. Yeah, I figured out why it wasn't working, and I swung my head so far my tracking stopped working there for a second. Yeah, I figured out why it wasn't working. So 50-50 shot, it is working now. When I tested it, it worked, but I'm gonna be honest, I do not trust it any more than I can throw it. Because I'm a VTuber and scuff is real. That being said, we are going to be doing some Breath of the Wild stuff today, just because I am still burnt out on Tomodachi Life, and Subnautica is kind of... I've been burned out on that too, because I've been playing it so much. We are getting very close to 50 followers, and I do not know what I want to do for it. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? I remember I promised you guys something for when I get 50 followers, but I do not remember what it was. So yeah, let me know. Maybe I'll splurge and I'll get the proper emotes that I wanted to get. Because I'm kind of making my own emotes right now while I'm making assets for something else I'm doing. So yeah, you guys are also kind of getting a sneak peek every time you use those emotes. Alrighty. Let me turn off my music and we can play some Breath of the Wild. Oh my goodness. My screen lit up and I kind of got jump scared. Oh shoot. Continue. How was everybody's day? I have to get back up there now. I'm never not going to do that. Oh, I forgot that they upped the graphics on the Switch 2 edition. So I kind of got jump scared by the graphics. Also, if you hear something in the background, that is probably Nanny Miss. She is getting ready to go out with her, well, with my aunt. Where is this? Nothing important. My goodness. So right now we're getting one of Farash's scales. I'm trying to remember why I think there's something there. Oh, jeez. Wasn't expecting to have a coughing fit. Also, I'm sorry about the fan in the background, but it is really hot in this room right now. Do I not have any? Oh, there it is right there. Oh. Okay. I may have just gotten myself... I just got myself stuck, so we're gonna reload. Got really focused on what I was doing. There we go. I saw the leaf and I thought it was a dragon. Jump across. And then we wait for the electric snake. How is everybody doing? I'm in the right spot, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm gonna vent a little bit about a Tears of the Kingdom thing that I really wish happened. The Floria Falls. And the Spring of Courage is over here. The Floria Falls are over here. I kind of wish that we could go swimming underwater in Tears of the Kingdom so that we could discover the water dragon's lair. Which would have been such a nice callback to Skyward Sword, especially if you could find Farosh just sleeping down there. Imagine. Wasted potential. Wasted potential. You gonna take a sip of water? Maybe it's a controversial take, but I kind of do wish that there were. Well, I don't think it's that controversial, but just saying. I do kind of wish that or rather, there was more to do in Tears of the Kingdom. That we as an audience had more to do. I think I said this on my last stream, but Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't say this on my last stream. I said this to the person we rated out to. Tears of the Kingdom was such a letdown, not because.
Miva's grace is ready.
Thank you, Miva. It was such a letdown because there was just. It really did feel like a DLC. And I don't think they strayed far enough from the original content to justify it being its own game. I understand why they did. They just. They missed the mark on that one. It's still a gorgeous game, don't get me wrong. I will forever stand on the hill that Tears of the Kingdom is a good game. It's just. Especially if you purchase Breath of the Wild first, it is such a letdown, and I think it's an L. Excuse me while I go and ban this person. Oh. It will not let me ban this person. Yeah, no. Do not support. I love that I have no AI period in my streams. in my chat rules, and those bots still try and post. Like, dude. I don't know if you guys heard that, but like, there was a big truck that was just outside my window. Sorry, I'm whipping the camera around so much. I'm trying to see. I mean, why do I feel like there's supposed to be Mighty Bananas on this? But, yeah, no AI. You will be automatically banned if you put AI in my chat. Also, no self-promotions. I've been nice about it in the past, but do not promote yourself in my chat, especially if you're another artist. Unless you ask me if you can, or if I bring it up. Those are completely different things. But if you just try and promote yourself in my chat, you are going to be put in a timeout. And if you continue to do such nonsense, you are going to be banned. Trust me, I have things under control, even if it doesn't look like it. What time is the electric lizard supposed to be showing up? I'm gonna go look for supplies up on this ridge and see what I can find. I'm pretty sure these give you wood, but... I've gotten everything in this lake. I do know that. I probably should look up what time the dragons show up. Bear with me a moment. I'm gonna look. I'm not above cheating, by the way. I love how I'm streaming actively and Twitch is just advertising other streamers. Like, guys, I'm not gonna end my stream just so that I can jump into another person's. Okay. So I might need to wait until nightfall. Because I missed the morning deadline. Okay. That's how it works. Mm-hmm. Grab these to load up the master cycle. I hear the owl, but I don't see it. Oh, Farash, come out. I need one of your scales. Am I in the right spot? Yes. Where are you? Again, sorry I'm whipping the camera around. I am just trying to see. I also kind of wish these, I remember what they're called. I wish they were harvestable. What did I just hear? Do I want to know what I just heard? I know the Lionel was over there. Do dee do do dee do do dee do dee do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Where is the electric snake? Please come out. I wish for one of your scales. I'm pretty sure your scale is the last thing I need for this set. Okay, we were playing the Switch 1 version on the last stream, and I'm actually kind of shell-shocked at how much better the graphics were for the Switch 2 version. Like, it's such a small change, but it is greatly improved the game, even from the little bit we've been sitting on. Okay. Am I gonna have to go up there and drag you out of that lake? Or is this one of those situations where I'm gonna have to teleport out and come back in? You're a lizard, lizard, lizard. Oh. I don't know, maybe if I need another palette cleanser, I'll start playing Tears of the Kingdom and try and complete that. Because I was kind of so disappointed by the game that I stopped halfway through. If Frosh doesn't show up by 8 a.m., we will sit at the campfire and keep going until we spawn. Here's a question. Is Frosh a... I know one of the dragons is a female, but I don't remember which one. It would make more sense for it to be Frosh because it's... It's... Oh, they changed it. It used to be that one of the dragons was a girl, one of the dragons, and the other two were boys. Not an important detail, but I think that's very telling. I guess it kind of makes sense that they took away that specific detail because it makes them seem more ethereal and less talked about, but I know Dinral was one of the males. It would have been nice to have that because it would also call back to Skyward Sword. The water dragon being a lovely and very... I want to say ethereal, but that's the word that's coming to mind. Lady. Alright. Sit until night. Am I missing something? Hold on, I'm gonna look it up again. Because I have a feeling I'm missing something. I am just not patient enough. Lovely. 5 a.m. When is morning by this game standard? Okay, we do need to sit until night. Yay! Do 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 do. This is also just a little nitpick, but I kind of wish that we had a different way of doing the day-night cycle. Oh, yay. It's just one of those things where I think if we had a way to do like specific times, maybe if you completed all 120 shrine quests and the DLC, you could, or even if not the DLC, you could like find the Ocarina of Time and then use it to control specifically what time. Or maybe if that was the gift for getting every Korok seed instead of what we do get. Just a thought. I'm gonna go climb because I am bored and impatient. If he does not arrive by 5 a.m., I am going to the Gerudo Highlands. Do 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 do. The only problem with going to the Gerudo Highlands is I forget where in the Gerudo Highlands that Frosh spawns. I don't remember if it's over by the Great Heroine statue or if it's over the mountain specifically. Also, I had a thought about Hebrew. And you guys can tell me if I'm like losing my mind or if I'm actually onto something. But Hebrew Mountain is a volcano, right? It's not Death Mountain, as we already have Death Mountain. But it very well could be Elden Volcano from Skyward Sword. This is the right one, right? Yes. Oops, wrong button. It is a mysterious volcano that seemingly no Zora, no Gorons have lived on. Phew. Thank you, Farash. Back to what I was saying. It's a volcano that no Gorons have lived on, with a connection to the fire dragon, because Dinral will go by. So there is a connection to Din. It could also be the original Dragon Roost Island. But I have a feeling it's more than likely Elden Volcano, because Dragon Roost had the same ring around it that Elden Volcano did, and had the same ring around it that Death Mountain did. Oh my goodness, how many times have I gonna misspeak? Anyways, yeah, no. Hebra is the original Elden Volcano. Hands away. Oh. I thought I was upgrading the Ancient Greaves. I was not. We were going after the wild set. I did see that I need 2 Dinral scales. And she's gonna try to escape. No. Come here. I would like to see what else I'm grabbing. Don't have any clothing. Okay. Preserve bee honey. No, I need 5. Yeah, how many I have. Two ferocious claws. Have I been saying feroce instead of ferosh? Oops. Okay. I'm gonna get the honey first because I don't want to go on another dragon quest. Also, I'm gonna exchange for this. I have a feeling I'm gonna need it. Sorry, I wanted to check and see if the Hylian set had any boost. It does not. Okay. Sheikah sensor. Change target. Let's see if I can find the bees. Nope. I don't think they're in enemies. Oh, I can just target this. It would have probably helped if I actually... Hyrule and the Tabantha Frontier. Well, we're going to Tabantha anyways. I'm gonna say, Dinral is actually one of the easiest of the dragons to find. Because you can just use that little valley by Rita Village. I don't remember there being anything over here. I could be wrong. There we go. Samantha Wheat. I'll take that. Take an arrow. Yeah, I figured. Okay. Master Cycle. All right. Yep. Bye-bye. Meet him about halfway. Nope. Did it just despawn on me? How dare. Huh? What in the glitch just happened? Oops. Into the wall with you. Okay. Do I realize there are probably better ways to do this? Yes. Am I going to do this in the better ways? No. There is a Korok puzzle over here. And there is no Korok, so I obviously did not finish the puzzle. Cool beans, you're not what I'm looking for. I could just walk over. I don't feel like it. Goodbye. Mm-hmm. Yay. There we go. One goblin taken care of.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
Goodbye. Good luck. Let's get rid of this. Do 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 do. Bye. Okay, now I can actually go look for the honey without being... There it is, right there. I don't think you can take a picture of the bees. I have been here before, haven't I? Yes. Okay. I think I'm using stars to mark Hinox. Hinoxes. Wow. When you misspeak so badly that you start combining different monsters. Of course it be. Let's go all the way back here and see if we can find any more. I'm also keeping an eye out for Dinroll in case I see him. I'll grab some scales. Did I go through all of that? Seriously? Just for there not to be honey over here? Wow. Let's see. Master Cycle 0. Let's get around quickly. Keep forgetting to hit accelerate. Yeah, I seen you. Where are you? Thank you. Alright. Thank you. Bye-bye. I thought I seen something. Let's go. Was there something here? This tree looks very suspicious. There's a Korok. Alrighty. Take a sip of water. Hmm. I am very confused on where I need to go from here. Don't want to waste my last Rivali's Gale. No, technically I'm still on the Samantha frontier. Okay, apparently we're gonna go deal with General. We'll get more honey in a minute. Jeez, there are a lot of cars going by my room right now. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No, I just said I wanted to say this. Not that much. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I don't know what song I'm humming. There was a much easier way I could have done this. I climbed that all the way up and then I didn't realize. Oh! Put your climbing gear on. Yeah, I could have. Also, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the stretch. I'm gonna do that now because I didn't see. Oh man, Spider-Man. Stretchy, stretchy. And a drink of water. Hello, how are you tonight? The only problem with putting my
Gale is now ready.
Thank you, Mr. Chicken. The only problem with putting the climbing gear on in Tamantha is it is just
The
too
roof's
cold.
protection is now ready to roll.
Thank you, Mr. Rockman. It's a touch too cold. This is a pain in the neck. Because as soon as I think I've got the right combination, no, I don't. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. trying to find... Still in Tamantha Frontier, right? Maybe? Possibly? Maybe it'll let me track the honey over here? Thank you. Not too worried about Dinral right now. If he shows up, he shows up. Make things faster. Jump on my lovely motorbike. Fiddleheads, that's the name of the thing I was looking for. I wish the fiddleheads were collectible. Hello? Don't feel like it. Not right now. I'm sorry, but I'm a little bit busy trying to collect all my armor pieces. I feel like I have been there before, though. I failed epically on the race, but I feel like I have been there. That looks like the worst stable right there. So I'm a little off the beaten track. But we have a Dinral. I should have some of my fireproof gear, right? Yeah. Do. Oop. Thank you. I'll be requiring another one of your scales in a little bit. But first things first, I need to get some Corsa bee honey. Which, if I'm not mistaken, is in Hyrule Field. Do. Oops, wrong one. Is it? Yes, it is. Give him some time to reset, and then We have to go back. To Leneru to get 2 of Ferocious Claws. Bye. Night. We are.
Oh.
You guys don't give any rewards. That's actually pretty sad. Whoops. The exchange ruins. Not picking anything up. Oops. I think I mentioned before, I cannot drive. You might as well get the Korok seed while I'm right here. I'm finding a lot of Korok seeds that I missed. Mm-hmm. There we go. I am going to get sniped by a guardian, I guarantee it. Happens every time I come to Hyrule Field. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. We need one more to win. That is not nearby. Do I have 5? I have 5. Sayonara. Change target. Forget when exactly he spawns, but I do know he spawns at night. And take a drink of water. Oh, great. Alrighty, and strike 3. Do, 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 do. I want to grab those luminous stones so I can sell them. Ah, yes. There we go. Whoa. And get back. There we are. And adios. Do do do. There we go. Fireproof suit. Oh, there it is. I was concerned there for a moment. Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't know what that beeping was. Okay. There we go. Two scales. I'm gonna quickly head over to the Great Fairy. Yes, I know there is a Great Fairy on the side of the map, but it is so much easier to get to the one in Kakariko. I'm just realizing I could probably go to the one in the Gerudo Desert as well. I think the only thing that really makes the Kakariko Great Fairy superior to the Gerudo Desert Great Fairy is the fact that you have the chance for bloopies to spawn. I never remember their names. And hands away. Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm gonna pause here for a few minutes because my body just started shaking, which is usually indicative of a sugar crash. So I'm going to quickly go get a sweet treat. I will BRB. And be back in a moment. Is it weird to say the Great Fairies are hot? No, not at all. They're just a little bit creepy because they do things to Link that Link does not consent to. Alright, now I'm gonna BRB. Alrighty, I am back and I have acquired the emergency cinnamon bun. So you guys are gonna see me like munching for a few minutes. There are better ways to get your sugar up, but we don't have orange juice in the house. And this was the sweetest thing I could get my hands on. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, there is a chance I'm going to be ending stream early because I haven't been feeling the best still. And I'm still having those coughing fits. So Okay. Last point of conversation. Since from before I went to go get my cinnamon bun. Maybe that's why I've been screwing up my words, because my sugar was low. I didn't realize. Probably. Also, me shaking is not the way I know if my sugar is low. Is when I start aggressively shaking like a wet chihuahua in a rainstorm. Suddenly and out of nowhere. So if you see my VTuber model kind of spazzing, it's probably the tracking picking me up shaking. Scream at me in chat. Especially if it comes out of nowhere. That being said, topic of last discussion, is it weird to say the Great Fairies are hot? No. In fact, would. The designers did a great job on them. Sorry, I'm trying to wash the cinnamon bun out of my mouth. My grandmother got cinnamon buns for the house, but they are so covered in glaze that they make my mouth sticky. Do not take that out of context. Anyways, yeah, no, would. But they are a little bit creepy because just imagine grabbing someone you don't know and just dragging them to the depths to do unseen and inexplicable things. No, thank you. That is terrifying, especially when that person is at least 10 feet tall. I would argue to say probably 20 or 30 feet. I mean, this Link is canonically 5'6", so... They're about 6 or 7 times his size, so roughly. In my non-professional opinion. Okay. Okay, back to the game. Sorry, I was stalling for the sugar to hit my system. Haven't completely stopped shaking, but I'm a lot better than I was. Okay. Sort. Travel back, and then we get some claws. Also, bits are working. A reminder to everybody who wasn't here for the start of the stream. Bits are working again, so if you guys want to try and use bits, feel free. That was not timed. But I wish it was. Well, that was convenient. One. Okay. The Bridge of Hylia. Try and remember. I might just teleport back. I am just ignoring that Octorok. I'm pretty sure I need Dinral's claws. Swim word up. Alrighty. Now we run around. Alrighty. Run around and see if I can collect anything. Mighty thistles. Thought there was a third one, but apparently not. Mm-hmm. Well, that didn't take long. I thought there would be more supplies, like, other than trees, I thought there would be more over here. Mm-hmm. And that's 2. At least I think it's 2. Should be 2. There we go. Now. Where is... There it is. Here we go.
Huh?
Enhance away. Where do that? I should have known.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm. Mm. Oh.
Another one down. Alrighty. While I'm here, grab a bunch of supplies. Alrighty. I probably didn't have to change the pants. Alrighty. That's dealt with. Oops. We're gonna pretend like I didn't do that. Oh, am I almost out of energy? There's a reason I've been collecting so many monster parts. Are you hiding in the trees? I am so done with this. Oops. There we go. Alrighty. Into the tree. Should I probably go deal? Alrighty. How many do I have? Two? Mm-hmm. Do. There we go. Into the fray. That should be 3, right? Alrighty. Oops. Looking at chat instead of paying attention to what I'm doing. Dairy pool. I do not had anybody on Discord right now that is not a mutual of mine. Just as a heads up for everyone, there will be a public Discord made at some point, but there are other things I want to do first, like getting the new banner and rigging the actual model I'm going to be using. Ugh. Star her. Nope, nope, nope. Bye. Nope, nope. Of course there is. Whacking the crud out of that. Uh, I'm not dealing with this.
Now ready to roll.
Oh, you're what's setting off Dirk's protection. Oops. Sorry, horsey. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Now, will people stop attacking me? Okay. 4. That's what that is. Okay. Hopefully I can get out of this without having to fight another guardian. Smile. I don't fear the Hinoxes. I don't fear the Lionels. I have a hard time fighting the Lionels, but I don't fear them. I fear the Guardians. What did I just hear? There we go. There we go, and we have another one. Do, 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 do. We're gonna pretend like... Do, 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 do. Do, do. Alrighty. Da 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 da.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
Thank you, Mr. Rockman. Hmm. I think I got all of the honey I can get from Hyrule Field. Because I just want a giant circle. So we're gonna go over here. And bonus points if we get another shot at Dinral, but we're gonna see if the Courser Honey has regenerate. I didn't realize how low I was on hearts. Already? Already. Get the fireproof on. Gonna pretend like I didn't see that. I have to hope that was a claw and not a scale. So I didn't hit it dead on. Yes! Okay. back to Demantha Tower. Run around for a bit there. And then come back. Oh, right there, I see it. I heard that go off and I was very confused for a moment. Don't have much to say for this one. I think I'm in Hebrew now. Yes, I am. That is not where I needed to go. Mhm. Hmm. Still no. To them? Yeah, alert the masses. Travel there just to be safe. Mhm. Not bad. Not bad at all. There's only to restock it again. Okay. So there is no honey left in this tower. I guess we're gonna go hunt down Dinral and get. Sorry, needs a stretch. Get a claw. Oh, I already had a picture of that. Why are all the dragons so much easier to capture at night? I think we're gonna just do this one and then head off for the night. Because I'm starting to get the shakes again, so I definitely need to eat. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna decide that tomorrow. I may check and see if Monster Hunter is ended up transferring to my Switch properly. That would be Monster Hunter Rise. There are 3 of us here, so I'll be able to raid out tonight. There is something I haven't tried, but I may go look. Really? I never realized that the quote-unquote man on the moon for this one looks like Phantom Ganon. I can't be the only one that sees that. The two little bright dots. And then just below him, it looks like a screaming face of a pig. Honestly, I just seen that. Of course, it doesn't look the same.
Blood moon rises once again. Please be careful.
What is it with the star fragments? Did I just see what I think I saw? Did that look like the dragon of the hour to you? Yes, it did. Fireproofing. No, 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 no. There we go. I'm gonna quickly travel to Rito Village and see if there were any Corsair behinds in the shops. Because I think one of the shops also sells it. No, but there are arrows. Maybe it was Hateno. If I don't immediately get a hit, I'm gonna quickly transport over to Hateno and see if... like that. That'll do it. There we go. Making sure I have two. Looks like I forgot to get the desert boat plants. Whoops.
Huh?
Okay. Five. Tick. Rhino beetles. So let's just scratch that and make it 10. Two shard of bang. And I'm gonna take a leap of faith and say oh, sorry. 2 shards of Dinral.
Mm. Mm.
And wriggle. Alrighty. Like I said, that is the last piece of clothing we are upgrading for tonight. I'm still kind of sick, so I'm getting really tired really quickly. And I'm also getting the shakes again. So we're gonna save and go from there. Let's see who's available to raid right now. We have Saki Tsutsky doing Digimon Time Stranger, or we have Beatrix Krieger who is doing Routine. They both have about the same amount of viewers, so let's flip a coin. Heads, Sagi, tails, Beatrix. Heads. Alrighty. Thank you all for joining me tonight. It's been an honor. I'm going to lay down, get some rest, and get some food into me. I will have more emotes tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have another one. Actually, I don't guarantee that, but I'm going to try. It depends on how I feel in the morning. And with that said, good night. Talk to y'all later.